So you're in the throes, you're recovering from a hangover, huh?
Yes.
Ooh, I pity you. Actually, they have some very good local remedies here on the market that you can find at the drugstore, yeah.
Which is called?
They have a whole number of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Go down and buy some. I would. Later.
They're, I think, herbal, so they're very cooling, give you a refreshing sort of feeling.
Oh, yes, that's what he means.
Anyway, this is the magazine here, FM Magazine.
Yes.
I did a little story on you guys a little while ago.
Yeah? Well, first of all, it's like that.
And that'd be it. So what, you went out to see Gary Moore there last night?
Yes.
Yeah. How was the concert?
I think it was great. I think Gary and Ian Pace is in very good shape, very good shape.
Mm-hmm.
Gary's in very good shape, I think so.
Really?
I've seen him 2 times before, and he was in really good shape.
Where did you see him before?
In Stockholm. Oh, it's in Stockholm.
In Stockholm?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I've seen him on television.
Oh.
It's German. I don't know what it's called.
Some German TV program.
Yeah.
Huh. So, apparently when you went there last night, you caused quite
Yes.
a stir there.
Yeah, that's right.
What happened exactly?
We went in and we sat down,
Uh-huh.
and I think nobody recognized me. And then people started to recognize me.
Oh.
And one came, and they asked me why we were absent. At the end, everybody was running there. So
Is that right?
Yeah, hundreds of them. And
This is all before the show started.
yeah, before. And actually, I could wave down, and people down there, I was waving back. Everybody. The guards had to take me out.
Uh-huh.
So I missed the beginning of the concert.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But when the lights had went down, I could go in another entrance.
Uh-huh.
So,
Was that your first time out of the hotel since coming here?
yes, the first real time.
Uh-huh.
Real sightseeing.
Huh. Going out on the town, what did you think?
It was great. This neon signs. It's great. You have this,
How is it different from back home?
it's more signs, more billboards.
Uh-huh.
It's not so different, but the buildings is not so different. But you can feel it's another atmosphere.
What do kids your age do for fun back home?
Discotheques,
Uh-huh.
pubs, movies,
Hmm. So how did you guys
parties.
How did you guys screw yourself up last night? What happened?
After the concert, we went to a party with Gary Moore.
Oh, really?
And the people from England picked up food. After that, we went to this discotheque called Lexington Queen. We got on 3 o'clock.
Huh. And that's how you screwed
I
up
went
today?
up dancing and everything, you know. His neck is stiff.
Huh. Huh. Did you find any prospective girlfriends for Tokyo?
Perspective, what's that?
Prospective means possible ones in the future.
Yeah.
In other words, phone numbers. That's a fast translation.
Yes, I have some fun.
Oh, well, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Speaking of, getting back to the beginning of the band, what year did the band exactly get together?
We knew each other before, actually. John, the guitarist, and Tony, they had known each other since they were really small. And me and John got to know each other a long time too.
Hmm.
And we live in the same neighborhood, so
Mm-hmm.
we met each other. And we played in different bands, and then we put our band together too. They were leaving one band, I was leaving another band. It's band together.
When did that happen, the merging of the two bands?
When it happened?
Yeah, when did it happen?
About 3 or 4 years.
Uh-huh. When you guys were about, what, 16 years old?
17.
16 or 17? In Sweden, is it the same system as, like, say, United States, where you have an elementary school, junior high school, high school?
It's about, yes, we have a school that you go until you're 15.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can go to high school.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's just one...
You can go 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, 4 years. You can choose yourself.
Mhm. How about you guys? Did you all go to the same type of school then, after the age of 15?
No, I think the guitarist John quit school after. There are many kids do that. Quit after the last class. I went to school, and the other boys I think they too.
What does a kid usually do after he quits school at 15? Start working?
Yeah, start working.
Like doing what kind of things?
Actually looking for work.
Oh,
It's hard.
like blue collar work? Manual work, working with your hands?
Yes. It's post deliveries.
But in your own case, you went into high school, and you knew in high school that you were going to be a musician.
Yes, didn't do so well because I played music every day. It's hard and rehearsed in the night.
Did you complete high school?
I completed it.
Oh, really?
Not too well.
And you didn't think of going to college after that?
No.
Huh.
I was determined to make it.
Oh, what did your parents think of it?
In the beginning, they didn't understand, but now they do. But it's obvious they do now.
Like in Japan, you have a big generation gap between the kids your age and their parents. Because the thing is, Japan has changed a lot. Is it the same way in Sweden, where you have, do the parents understand your music? Can they appreciate your music?
I don't think they can do it the same way that kids can.
But can they listen to your stuff and say,
They
that's
can.
my boy, that's my boy?
Yeah, they can.
Oh, really?
My father loves it.
Is that right?
He's not, what do you say, musicality?
Yeah, he's got a musical back. He's musical.
But he's not that. You know he likes it.
Huh.
And basic for visitors.
Is that right? That's my boy, that's my boy. Is that right? Well, how about,
really loud? That's great.
well, you have a very strong voice. When you were growing up, did you sing in choirs and things? Did you sing in choirs? Musical groups?
No, I didn't.
How did you develop your voice?
Tarzan. I played Tarzan in trees.
Tarzan in the trees,
Really screamed my voice out. I was, what do you say when you're
Oh, your horse?
smaller?
Uh-huh.
My voice was,
It was very hoarse?
I don't know what's that. I think it's...
Yeah, in other words, it wasn't very clear.
Yes, yes. When I was small, because I was Tarzan in the trees, and screaming my voice. I think that's where I got power. The last years I got my voice back, so it's...
When did you realize you could sing, or at least sing in tune?
I think it was quite early.
Do you remember when?
Must be listening to the radio and singing.
Just singing? Huh. Do you remember the first time you sang like with the guitar? Or?
I think it was when I was 6 or 7 years old.
Really?
I learned the first 3 chords when I was... No, not 6. You know, 6 or so.
Huh.
I learned my first chords, 3 of us.
Oh, really?
Rock chords.
Why did you start the guitar, though? Why did you start?
A friend to my father showed me the guitar, and I had sat with the piano. I wanted to try some wood, and he showed me those chords. I liked it very much, so I started to write music.
Huh, is that right? Huh. What about brothers and sisters?
I have an older sister and a younger brother. They're not so old.
Oh, really? Only you?
They tried something.
No success. Huh, is that right? Huh. So, let me see here. The band started out when you were still 17 years old or so, and you guys started playing, just practicing together.
Yeah.
Were there any like clubs or live houses or nightclubs you could play in back home?
Not many places to play on. We did maybe 10 or 15 gigs in 1 year's time.
But making no money?
No. We were waiting for something to happen. It happened. We won this contest.
Tell me what this contest is. I heard you won first prize in it, but what kind of contest was it?
This contest, I think it was 4,000 bands who sent in tapes.
1,000 bands?
No.
What?
4,000.
4,000.
2 or
Oh,
4,000.
2 or 4,000.
Some tapes, and Thomas listened to them.
Uh-huh.
It was his contest.
Oh, really?
Yes. With the newspaper in Sweden. And his shoes shows 400 bands, I think. And they were playing, they could play there all around Sweden. And he went touring Dallas and saw all those bands.
Huh. What was the name of the contest?
Rock-SM. Rock-SM.
What's that?
Rock... VM.
Oh, we'll ask Thomas when he gets back in.
Yeah.
He'll explain it to us.
Yes.
And then after you won this contest, the prize was being able to make an album.
Yes.
It's
Recording in the studio.
Recording in the studio. And what, Thomas was basically paying for this out of his own pocket, or he has a company?
I think so. Yeah, just
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, here's the man of the hour. What was the name of the contest they won?
That was the Swedish Mastership of Rock and Roll. There were 4,000 bands sending in material. There was 750 bands competing for 8 months all over Sweden. And the final was televised for 4 hours on prime time at Right Night.
Wow.
With international acts like David Edmonds topping the bill. 8 bands in the final round competing against each other, and they won it.
You were one of the judges, I think.
Yeah, I was on the panel, right?
Why did you choose Europe as the winning band? What did they have that the other bands didn't have?
I would say an international attitude and also a big potential and quality as musicians. I mean, his singing, for example, his voice is not a voice that you find among other Scandinavian bands. I think no one outside, or even inside Scandinavia, would, if they didn't know him, would think that he's Scandinavian.
No, really?
No, not at all.
What makes it not Scandinavian?
I think it's the rawish kind of singing, and also the warmth when he's singing ballads. I mean, he's got a typical, besides a typical American voice. I don't know if it's the climate of Scandinavia, but still, that is something that makes us very bad singers.
Is that right?
When it comes to classical music, we have had some big names, really big names. But, I mean, in pop and rock, we're lousy singers. Great guitarists and great drummers.
Well, maybe because all the good singers go into classical, because that's where the money and prestige is.
I wouldn't say that. I think it has to do also with that. No, in Sweden we don't sing very much in general. I mean, the English, they sing at the pub, they sing at the football games, they sing in school, and we don't. So when in Sweden, when you form a band, you have this guitarist, he knows exactly what to do. He's a great guitarist, and all the others are very skilled musicians. And then you go, oh, someone has to sing. Who will sing? Do you want to sing? No. You don't have very much to do on stage, so you sing, right? That's the way you should. Here you have a guy who's really proud of singing. So he's emphasizing on singing. He's a great guitarist. He's a great keyboard player. He's a great bass player. He used to be a bass player. But he doesn't want to do that on stage. He just wants to emphasize on the singing. Which I mean, show a bit of his attitude towards what they are doing. I mean, there is a great guitarist in the band, so he thinks that's enough. He wants to emphasize on the singing. Perhaps part of the success of the band.
It's interesting. Just out of curiosity, Joey says it was your contest, basically.
Yes.
What was your stake? You wanted to find a band you could back and take around the world?
Yes, it was like this. I worked for CBS for 7 years. And I realized one day that I was doing a hell of an A&R job for that company without getting much for it, right? And you have a creativity peak in your life. And I thought I had perhaps 5 or 6 more years to really be on top. So I thought, let's go for it. I mean, if I fail, if I don't manage to succeed with finding a talent for international purposes or whatever, then I could get a good job in another company, right? So I went for this competition. Was my idea. We fulfilled it, and I mean this is the result.
Huh. Who was backing you financially though? It must cost a lot of money to
Yeah,
go through
I had 2
4,000.
guys, 2 former financial directors from different branches. I mean, they backed me up, and so they all own. They both own 1/3 of operators. We have 3.
Oh, I see.
I do the creative side. They do the administrative side.
So it's an ongoing thing, or else is Europe your only band right now?
Now we have, as a matter of fact, 3 vocal acts. One is sister of the guitarist in the band.
Oh, is that really?
She's got a beautiful voice. She's not ready yet for, a really breakthrough. She will have another year or 2 before we can do anything particular with her. But I also have a Swedish duo with girl. And I have some international acts that I distribute in Scandinavia.
One thing, it has nothing to do with what we've been talking about, but why do all Swedish people speak English? I mean, you never had any special training, right? Or did you learn it from elementary school?
Elementary
school. Not so much, but it's cool.
It's good.
Well, how do people pick it up? I don't understand.
Well, we have to, when we are, nowadays I think when kids are 9 years old, we start learning English. I think they have
Third
2,
class.
yeah, 3rd class, 9 years old. And learn it. And they, I think they have 2 hours a week of just speaking, not really learning the language, just speaking it a bit. This is a dog, this is a cat, this is a man, hello, goodbye, stand up, those things. And then you continue, and then you can choose either to go more into the language or have a bi-language, a second language like German or French or whatever. But I think that one of the most important ways of learning English in Sweden is by TV programs, because we don't dub TV programs.
Is that right?
We have subtitles.
Oh, subtitles.
So you listen to it and you see it translated, right? Which makes your brain work a bit, really.
I would imagine that must have a hell of an effect on the language. In other words, the regular Swedish language you speak must be peppered with a lot of different English expressions.
It is, yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like what kind of things would you not be able to say in Swedish, but you could say in English, for example?
Especially when it comes to specific expressions in special branches, like, the music business, for example. It is really a pidgin English type of language. No one outside of the business understands what we are saying in the business. Release, for example, to release an album, it's a release in Swedish as well.
Oh, I see.
In newspaper or in that side of the business, they say they have a Swedish word for it. We don't. We just release. We promote. We hype. We record. We do all those things in English.
Oh, I see. How about in your case, Joe? You write all the lyrics in English, right?
Yes.
Have you ever written a song in Swedish?
No.
Really?
As a matter of fact, I haven't.
Is that right? So would you say that foreign rock groups, especially American and British, is where you've picked up a lot of your English?
Yeah.
Because listening to your songs, I listened to the new album last night.
Yes.
It sounds like you do take a lot of expressions, very familiar expressions from
I do.
the old songs there. Huh. You
Not, I don't mean to do it, but
well,
it's in here.
Well, that's what everybody does.
Yeah.
You know, Gary Moore does it.
Yes.
Michael Schenker does it. Do you find any problem writing in English, though?
No, not yet, but when I'm running out of things to write, I have problems. But not yet.
This may overlap a little bit with what we were talking about yesterday, but right now you're at a point where you're just right between, big and still small. What do you think will be the biggest problems for the band from here on in, if any? Do you see any problems at all?
Before we went to America, I had great problems thinking about American market. I think that's the most difficult.
Oh, really? What's so difficult about the American market?
You got to have, it's the radio, I think. You got to have a song that everyone can listen to it.
It seems to me that depends on the record company, though. As long as the
Yeah,
record company
it
will
does,
push
it
you, there's no problem, right? He looked up to Thomas for an answer.
It's coming to business.
Do you want me to answer that question?
Yeah, I was just wondering. I mean, Joey said the biggest problem is the American market, and it's my theory that as long as the record company backs you and you get a little bit of push, there shouldn't be a problem.
No, that is not the problem, but you asked him what do you think would be the problem for the group.
Yeah, for the group.
And he answers from the group's point of view, because I've told them now
Oh.
that we have left that non-professional platform.
Right.
It is a tough job, 100% professional job, exactly like an ice hockey player, right? Exactly like an ice hockey player. If you don't exercise and really go for it and 100% for it, I mean, you will not have a place in the team. It's exactly the same with the band. They have to exercise a lot, they have to go for it 100% and really be positive when it comes to this interviewing, promotion, touring, all that.
So what's the band's policy right now is just what? Business is business then.
Right.
Be business-like. That's just no screwing around.
No
Yeah,
screw
that's
around.
right.
This is business.
What about the rest of the members? What are they doing right now?
I think they're leaving today to England. They're
Oh.
leaving to
For what?
buy clothes and
Oh, really?
watching concerts.
Uh-huh. They're just all studying right now.
We're going on a tour in 2 weeks' time. So this is a bit of vacation prior to the tour.
Uh-huh. This is the tour where it's either make it or break it this time?
Oh, it's actually a Swedish tour now.
Uh-huh.
So we know that people
Will
come
come.
and watch. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's not a break. We were out last summer and there were many people. I enjoyed it.
What kind of people are coming to see you in Sweden? What are your fans like?
It's many girls.
Oh, really? Many
Yeah,
girls?
it is. It is.
Hmm.
And it's people between 12 and 20.
Uh-huh.
So,
Teenagers.
and it's heavy metal
Mm-hmm.
too.
Hmm.
It's the front line, not
Mhm.
these bands. Back you have more serious business. No, the usual.
Mhm.
Yes.
And you're going to be the headliners in Sweden?
Yes, we're going on a concert.
Are you going to be headliners for the whole tour, or are you going to be?
Yes, yes.
Do you have any opening acts?
No support.
Oh, no support. Yeah, no supports. No supports. Is that right? Huh. And that will last until when? Tour goes until you said
1 month.
1 month.
And then we may go to Finland to there.
Uh-huh.
And then maybe Germany.
Maybe Germany. Huh. So it's really not clear yet, the future. You're really not sure.
Actually, this some Swedish tourists.
That's set.
Yeah, that's set. And I think Finland is quite set. And about Germany, I don't know.
No, they want us desperately, but nothing set yet. Since we don't have this deal confirmed, both Phonogram, Polydor, and CBS want to do a worldwide deal with us. And we haven't concluded it yet. So in order to really be able to do a tour, we need tour support, right? We need a company backing us, releasing the album, doing the promotion job for it. But still, we have demands from promoters and agents in Germany, Holland, France, UK.
This is going to overlap again with what I was just talking about. What is your greatest worry right now?
Worry?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be anything to do with music or your career. Just out of curiosity. Just as a young...
It's my voice.
Really?
Yeah, I think it is.
Huh. Well, if you lose your voice, you still have your fingers.
Yeah. I'll die if I lose my voice.
Really? Do you practice every day singing?
Yeah, I sing every day. I do.
Really?
Yes.
Where do you sing? You sing in
I'm always like this, you know,
Uh-huh.
playing songs there, trying to find songs at home. I play 3 to 6 hours a day,
Oh, is that right?
playing keyboards, guitar. And when I come up with something, I play it, record it in the 4-channel. Having a studio.
Have you written any songs since coming to Japan?
Not here, but I wrote a song just before we left.
Yeah, and one on the airplane as well, or just before we went on the airplane in Los Angeles, coming here. He has a great idea.
It's going to be on tape here, of course. We're going to publish this. Yeah, this will be your first bootleg album. At any rate, okay, I guess that'll about do it. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.